Hello there, Taurus, and welcome to your timeless oracle messages. But before we get started, Taurus, Spirit says, come home to the body that carries you. Rest into the soil of your heart. Receive a small, certain gift. Ground and let abundance arrive in soft increments. Now, let's begin your timeless oracle messages for Taurus in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So it's not whether or not you're getting your returns and your rewards and unexpected fortunes, but it comes in soft increments. That's going to be the key. So go play while you wait for your blessings. Make sure you are tending to the friendships, the relationships, right? Maybe there's a family that's a friend, but take this how it resonates for you. Make a date for a play day with one or more friends because your miracles, your abundance is already on its way. It comes in soft increments. And this is also accessing some type of energy that you need to actually, I don't know why I want to say it this way, but I want to say it this way. You need to feed off of this energy. Like it's time for you to almost gorge in playfulness. There's something happening here with loving your transformation. It's just like a caterpillar, or should we say like the Luna moth? What a beautiful species that is, right? Anyhow, very inspired by that Luna moth, by the way. Anyhow, Taurus, just like the Luna moth or the caterpillar, in the gorging stage, in the caterpillar stage, it's eating a lot, right? Then it goes through the metamorphosis process and comes out blossoming, flying. And so this is exactly what you're doing. You're preparing yourself for abundance. More than I feel than you realize, but Spirit is wanting to give it to you in soft increments so that it's a setup for bigger, greater, and grander fortunes, but also so that this is stabilized, right? That means more than something fleeting, something that's not substantial. I also get water sign coming out with the friendship card. Okay, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, take that how it resonates for you, but play while you wait for your blessings pretty much. Now, there may be soul level connections coming into play, or you may have some, maybe older friends coming back around, or a connection with childhood friends. Either way, if it feels good, that's the key. That's all you need to do. And I would say it's going to feel like home too, okay? Do something that feels comfortable. Now, we do have something of importance with a mother, wife, sister, daughter, a feminine in one's life, however this is and who this is to you. But healing is occurring. Now, there may also be someone that's coming into your life that is now a friend or can be a great friend, a great confidant. There's something about appreciating beauty here too. And I really get, the strong Venus energy coming in here. Attraction, beauty, knowing your worth, having things that are precious to you, that's valuable to you. Tangible and intangible things. But let's get a little bit more about mother. Okay. Mother, wife, sister, daughter. Okay, I was getting a message that you've completed or had some type of closure in some type of woman in your life, feminine in your life. So let's get a little bit more about this mother, wife, sister, daughter. Now it's time for replenishment, right? Like you need to milk playing, right? Gorge. See, this is that nurturing energy. Ooh, okay. So let's get a little bit more with this mother, wife, sister, daughter. for Taurus? The Wheel of Fortunes. Yeah, this is completion, closure. Remember what I was saying? I was saying closure, completion, but anyhow, the cycle of something is over. And look out for, you know, someone who, I don't want to say like will replace them, but it's like an energy that, you know, it's like finally arrived, right? It's like someone in your life that will be like a maybe mother, or have like that wife type of energy, or sister, daughter, a very nurturing, compassionate, maybe even sensitive, an empath most likely. But anyhow, someone here that you can trust. Because I am getting something about like some connections at soul level here. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this means, yes, you've completed some type of cycle here. And you're gearing up for the next season, the next thing here. So, wow. Let's get more too about, okay, this was all connected with this mother, wife, daughter, sister, you know, and this could be, so it's like the energy, that person or whatever, it's like we close that account. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but anyhow, just go with me here, right? We close this account and now we're opening up a new account. And that is with someone, right? Where we feel we have, you know, shared values or shared visions, or we feel some type of soul reciprocity. And that's something that money can't buy. And this is why it's fortunate. And it will feel like a fortune, like you won the lottery. Because trust me, Taurus, someone either now or in the future will, and in the near future, hello, with the Wheel of Fortune any moment here, will feel like they've won the lottery with you. Something is being amplified. Your attractiveness, your beauty is also being amplified at this time. So if you've been feeling guided to, you know, maybe improve your looks, take better care of yourself, put yourself first, especially if you've been putting yourself last. You're right on time for that. You're listening to what you need to do. Okay, now let's continue and see what else. And make sure you're on the lookout for people that nourish you, okay? And stay away from those that don't nourish you. And be unapologetic about it. Come out of the closet. See, I do feel you're doing something to improve your looks. But it comes from the inside out. I always say that here because it's true. It's not from the outside in. I mean, although that can work at times too, but Spirit doesn't want you to hide yourself, right? You've been, I think I said this. Did I say you're playing it small for too long? Or, I did have to restart your video, the reading. So yeah, anyhow, there was this thing that I feel like you've been, not that by, I don't feel like it's by choice, or maybe it is, but there's something about you. You've been playing it small for too long, but now it's time to come out. Feel confident here about you, yourself, and something that does stand out. You can't help it, you know, it stands out. But there is this thing that I get with quality with you, and Spirit is saying that you will resonate with the last SOS reading, Taurus, if you haven't listened to that. And the video link is in the description. But because the reason why is that I'm getting this thing about the Nine of Pentacles, which is indicating abundance, dreams coming true, you know, and it does come from dedication. It didn't come like it was just handed to you. Although be open to getting things handed to you too. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. What else for Taurus? Explore your options. People, friends, who you want to entertain in your circle of life. So This could also mean maybe about work, but we'll get a little bit more. So explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities. It is a good time to make changes. Is this about you? Let's get a little bit more about explore your options and what else Spirit will give us with this. I feel that you are receiving, you're receiving clues about something here. Okay, we got, the lovers, or not the lovers, but I see lovers here. When it comes to soulmates, friends, family, right? Blood or non-blood, you get to decide here. Something, you may have to hold back here on something here. We are holding back and resisting. You're clearing something up here. There's something being cleared out of your way here, okay? And the way to help this continue to get cleared up, or to keep something pure and clean when it comes to who and what is truly aligned with you, you may need to hold back from doing something here. So play while you wait for your blessings, okay? Because Spirit is giving you something right now to help you gain the momentum that's going to be required when this alignment comes into play here, because you are aligning with something. And Spirit wants you to also know that, yeah, there may be a sense of feeling, you've got to fight for something or compete for something, or perhaps there may be fear of having to go up against some type of, battle here. But your ability to refrain from doing something where, I would say this is the cue to look out for. Doing something out of maybe impulse, coming from a place where we could be reacting from emotions or anxiety or stresses, okay? Because you're taking action from a place of pure intentions, right? And you're not having to chase anything. You're attracting, actually. So you will know the choice. And oh my goodness. Okay, this is interesting. I'm going to get more too, because wow, I just noticed this. Explore your options. And we've got the 7 of Cups here. And the 7 of Cups is about exploring your options. You need to. Okay, so take time. And what I see about exploring your options really could be as simple as this, Taurus, is spending time with people, friends, observe how others are, engaging in their own relationships with others, or, just observe. Because there is something about you also witnessing things at this time, so that you can, get to a place where you know exactly what it is you really truly cherish and want. And once you know that, boom, boom, it happens. Now, when it comes to love, or when it comes to maybe a fulfillment that you might be feeling impatient about, remember, things are coming in soft increments. So don't be afraid to just maybe, explore your options when it comes to what can you do in the meantime. Okay, what can you do in the meantime? Now, we got a lot of energies coming out here, right? So we got water sign, we've got Leo coming through, we got the fire sign, we got Cancer, we got Aquarius. We got all these things that have lined up. And it kind of feels to me like, you were kind of like thinking, man, it's like, it seems like it's a match, but then it was like a mix match, mix match. But this was all to line you up in the most perfect place and the perfect time here. So your spirit wants to reveal you in the most perfect time. And look at this. It's like right when you are ready to come out and show yourself, because you've taken the time to rejuvenate yourself, which means friendship time, right? Those are things that rejuvenate you. Now, for those Taurus, if you have been indoors like maybe too much, or you've been like hiding yourself, you've been doing this healing, well, get out. This is a good time to socialize. I mean, really, because anything can happen. And it'll wake up something here too that you never thought was possible. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know, Taurus. Focus upon your strengths. It is easy to give in to our weaknesses, especially when things don't go our way, or we question, you know, maybe ourselves. Like, what can we do to be better? What can we do to be more attractive or more successful or whatever? You know, we could play that game all day long, right? It's so easy to give into that. And it actually takes more strength to focus on this than it does this. It's easy. It sure is easy to give into that. But I would say give into it, right? You have to allow yourself to feel it, right? I think the worst thing that humans can do, male or female, it doesn't matter, is to, you know, because I feel like it's not so much now, but before, you know, men and their pride don't want to show feelings. But think about it. Why are we chasing, or not chasing, excuse me. Maybe that's what it felt like though, that you had to chase, and that may have made you sad too, because by nature you don't chase, you attract. But anyhow, oh no, I probably lost it because I was getting this, I was getting a message here. Oh no. Yep. That's because sometimes when I'm channeling, I get these messages and then blocks of messages, and then my brain comes into play. Anyhow, we were talking about that strength. Focus upon your strengths. It's easier to give into, you know, feeling sad and stuff. But oh, I know what I was talking about. Oh God, thank you. Humans, right? It's like, and it can just come from whether we were grown up this way or conditioned, but it's funny that we try to run away from our own emotions. It doesn't even make sense because it's a part of us. Like, why are we trying to rip ourselves apart? Your emotions are part of you. It's the ocean that you reside in, you know, so yeah. When we allow ourselves to feel our emotions, we do gain more strength and wisdom. Because think about it, when we do run away from those emotions, or we don't allow ourselves to process it, you know, properly, we got to deal. We'll have to deal with it at some point, and it always comes up at times that you don't want to, and it usually happens when we're engaging with another, getting really close, and then we start projecting. They project, whatever, you know, all these things. But Spirit wants you to know that you really are high quality. And maybe you need to be reminded of how high quality you truly are, and that you deserve high quality. Embrace the majesty within. Your bones remember the royalty that you belong to. And I'm not saying that to feed your ego. I'm saying that to remind you that you don't have to force anything. Your compassion, your strength, your beauty is all that's required. Your inner beauty, that is, right? Because that once we've cultivated and summoned inner beauty, the outer beauty just happens naturally. No matter how young or old you are. You carry eternal beauty, just like the planet of Venus, where you come from anyways, Taurus. So listen. What do we got to listen? What are we listening to here? Make sure you are listening to things that soothe your soul, especially at this time. It can get, you know, it can be really easy to give into things like watching, you know, programs, TV shows, movies that really, you know what, is it really worth your damn time? Does it make, I mean, if it makes you feel good, do it. But if it makes you feel like you're getting dragged into drama and negativity, just stay the hell away from it. Yeah, listen to the things that offer you peace. Don't put up with things that don't offer you peace anymore. You've signed your own new contract and you're fulfilling your own soul's contract here. My goodness. Taurus. Reclaiming your own value without noise because you're listening to that deep part of yourself. This is the best medicine you can offer yourself and the best medicine you can offer others too at this time, because you've got to allow this to play out for you. Listen to things that are peaceful. And you know what? You know what? In this day and age, I'm talking like an old person, aren't I? I don't care. I am old. I am very old soul. Anyhow, it takes a lot of strength, to not engage with what a lot of other people like to engage with, right? To sit in places that are comfortable and serene, not having to prove something here. Ugh, someone you might have dealt with is trying to prove something to you, and it could be really annoying, some of you Taurus, so just take that if it resonates. You're going to have compassion for that person, because Spirit doesn't want you to get all riled up. Love them from a distance. You just got to love them from a distance. Just have compassion that their soul just doesn't yet or hasn't learned how to just overcome that. Okay, let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know, Taurus. I'm getting the word tune. You've been tuned in. You're tuning in. Music. You could be working with tuning forks. There could be something here with tuning forks. My goodness. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Transformation. Hey, if you're inspired to work with tuning forks, do it. I mean, there is some, you're working with divination tools, or you're being guided to use them to help you stay aligned, right? To help you also validate or confirm things, but don't overdo things. Trust. Look at this. Look at the Phoenix rising. There's no going back now, nor do you want to. I wouldn't. The return of pleasure here. The return of what once felt lost or forgotten. Transformation is never always easy sometimes. Let's get more about that transformation with that Phoenix rising. Because this came from a burn here, in life, a stain in life. But this is what I see. Look at this, Taurus. Whatever disappointed you, right? Look at that, the red blood or the wine or whatever. We got the spilled wine, right? Well, with that red, it's like, because you allow yourself to process things, right? You didn't run away from yourself here, your emotions or how you feel. This is an important process. This is the process of refinement. And so you've taken that, what is it, blood or is it wine, whatever you want to call it. But anyhow, you've turned that into something mystical and magical here. It's like being the magician here, right? The being able to manipulate energies in a divine way. There's a difference. There is a difference, how you manipulate energies. You could do it divinely or malevolently, or whatever. You know what I'm saying. Anyhow, let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Something is transforming before your eyes, and I do feel that someone may tell you this too, because, you may actually be appearing different, and I do feel that the past is going to come, or you may be able to show like this new part of yourself in a way that's healthy to the past. I mean, that's definitely something I see, but I feel that they may not even recognize you, or, that you just look different in a good way. The power of joy. See, transmuting that energy, that sadness into joy, laughing something out. Because you have risen. What makes you happy? Some of you may like to go on drives. Some of you may like to do some kind of sporting activity. You know, don't forget to do those things that make you feel earthly too. There's nothing wrong with feeling earthly and spiritual, right? But anyhow, you know, it is important to navigate your soul right now to joy. This is part of you. You know, we were talking about the caterpillar gorging for preparation here for flight. Because see, when that wheel turns, you've got wings to fly. And because others didn't want to take the time to rise up from a situation, guess what? They don't have wings. Uh-oh. Guess they're going to have to fall. Guess they're going to have to go through another cycle, and it's going to be their choice whether or not they get their wings or not. In the meantime, think of it this way. You're exploring what kind of wings do you want to put on yourself. You know, what you're doing is creating your wings here. It's like what color, what pattern, how big, how long. It's your choice. Oh, this is so cute. Purification. Keep doing things that, you know, you're already doing here. This is kind of like the star card here, if you notice, right? The water, replenishment, rejuvenation, restoration of faith, hope, destiny, soul alignment, especially when we get thrown out of alignment. That's always, you know, the ride here, right? That's life. But know that when you ride in life, you are in charge of it. You are in the driver's seat of your own life. Managing priorities well, handling the shadow and the light in a masterful way. See, this is what Spirit is doing. Spirit is preparing you in a very angelic, soft way, right? This lion is being prepared here for takeoff. So you've got a new, it's like you've got a new energetic layer to you. I don't know how else I can explain this, but it's like you got this another energetic layer. It's like how Calf Woman is holding Calf in her energy. It's like you literally hold the horses or the lion in your energy. But this came through transformation. And so this is just another aspect of yourself that you're adding to, value to you and to the world and anybody else who gets to meet you. And I was like going to say, you know, I wasn't going to say, but I feel like I need to, you know, I feel like when people see you, maybe in just passing, they're kind of, I feel, blown away by your energy and your beauty, okay? Or your, you know, whether you're male or female, your beauty. It's almost like, hey, what did I just see? What did I just see? Yeah, it's like, take another look, take a picture, it'll last longer. But you probably don't like your pictures taken. I don't like my pictures taken. Anyhow, purification, you're keeping your dreams or the soil of your soul, you know, pure here for new seeds of inspiration and hope to land. Because you already did the weeding out. What else? Exploration. My goodness. Okay, you can't make this up. Look at that. Explore your options. It's time to look at possibilities. Okay, we are being asked to open something up. Let's get a little bit more about this exploration here. Other ways to have fun. I feel that this isn't as, this is just something really simple, okay? This whole thing about exploration really is just something really simple. This is, you know, this is your inner compass. Devas, fairies, elemental, nature spirits, they do communicate to you, okay? Have fun. You carry, you know, soul codes that recognizes, oh my God, you got friends in the unseen too and the seen. So it's not just human friends. You have nature spirit friends here, and they recognize you, you recognize them. Go out and explore new territories, even if that means as simple as, hear me out, going to a totally different store. If you have to go to the store, you know, go a different route and go to a different store. Simple as that. But I encourage you to be out somewhere where you can connect with crystals, where you connect with, you know, maybe certain birds, hummingbirds, eagles, you know, whatever, leprechauns, okay? Or I have never seen a leprechaun, but anyhow, you know, but whatever it is that you're feeling drawn to here, they speak to you, and they've left they've left solid gifts for you. And I feel that you've already picked up a few solid sacred gifts that I know are sacred to you, because you found them, because you were exploring the world with a new set of eyes and playful eyes. And when you explore the world with playful eyes, Taurus, you find those hidden gifts, right? Maybe you found like a certain stone, maybe some type of precious, you know, shell, right, on the beach or something, or a one of a kind. Well, they all are kind of one of a kind, but like maybe a one of a kind feather with special design on it, or one that you manifested. Okay, let's continue and see. Soulmate relationship. You're going to have a very deep soul level connection here. You better just get ready for that, right? So you're just doing you. Be happy now. Be in the moment. You know, if you already have an established, you know, romance here with someone, well, it's going to deepen. It's going to get into a place of more of a spiritual, you know, level here. But for those that are seeking love, because I know we've been incredibly disappointed, well, guess what? The best is yet to come. Those Two of Cups are there behind you. And the reason why is because you've got some type of like energetic soul contract, like a spiritual contract. So you've completed one soul contract and you're coming into a new one. It's already with you spiritually. And most likely they may be mirroring you, going through their own transformation. Being also guided out of their own darkness or shadows, or being guided out of the darkness and the shadows of others that are trying to cloud their light. That's most likely what it is, because that's what happened to you. Priorities. What are priorities? You know, your priorities. Friendship. Make a date for a play day with one or more friends, right? I mean, we all make appointments when we have to go to the dentist, when we have to go to the doctor. But do we make appointments for friends? I just started to. Once a month, we go to dinner. And I like that. It's perfect. So prioritize here. This is all about balance. This is all about mastery. So let's get a little bit more. Some of you own this. You've owned this. Okay. So now you just got to sustain it. You got to reinforce boundaries so that you don't lose your balance. Now, the other thing I get to is for those Taurus where we're searching for a soulmate or relationship, well, your priority is putting that on the back burner for now, because it's already unfolding. The Spirit just wants you to play. This is another soul that's aligned. Okay. So there's other souls at play. And the other way too is, you know, if you've been, for those Taurus, you know, it's all about maybe work or career or spiritual pursuits, or whatever. Maybe it's just time to, you know, release from that a little bit, have a little bit more freedom, right? Make room for someone to enter into your life. Let's get more though about priorities for you. See, I think you forgot that, maybe you didn't, but I feel some of you need to hear this. Some of you Taurus may have forgot your crown, that you wear a crown, okay? Open your heart to love. Jesus, oh, I love it. Oh, look at Jesus coming in with the animals. I would say, which animals are you drawn to? Because that's the animal that is speaking to you, teaching you the way. Your priority is to open your heart to love. The easiest way is to have fun, do things that make you, you know, laugh just for the sake of laughing. And compassion. This is the Strength card. Because look at this. It could be so easy to get really upset, especially when we're feeling like we have to, like, maybe prove ourselves, or maybe we feel, you know, competitive when we don't want to feel competitive. But there could also be drama here and envy of others about you, okay? And you just need to step aside and have compassion. Their souls are just not at that level. I mean, that's the only best way I can say it, that the soul is not at that level, but you are. Look at the lotus here. You know, I was talking about the crown. You know, you have a crown. Look at the crown here on this chariot. You know, we know royalty with the lion, majesty, but oh yeah, King Solomon has a crown. I mean, crown, you're crowned. Look at that. So compassion is the key here. And also, you may need to just have compassion for yourself too, you know, not to feel that, you know, you did something wrong or that you could have saved something, because it was you couldn't. I mean, something has already run its course. You've got love all around you. Now, compassion is also opening up your intuitive gifts and your third eye, where you are receiving images that are only meant for you and you only. Go now. Where can you go to retreat or have fun here? Where can you go to disengage from people who are just trying to, maybe there's something here with, you know, just not engaging with the wannabes. Why do I get that? My God, I feel like there may be imitators in your life, the wannabes. Anyhow, go now, Spirit is saying. You know, do things that make your heart feel good. Not the mind, just the heart right now. Well, you know, the mind will follow suit. Let's continue and see what else. Oh, so your love life is, okay, your love life is unfolding exactly the way that Spirit has planned. Taurus, your love life is going the way that Spirit planned. And also something that you're going to attain or sustain and continue to build up. Dream big, dream bigger, okay? Let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding, of course, because you are being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see results yet. If we get too hung up on the numbers, we're going to feel like we're battling with ourselves. If we're getting too, you know, impatient with, you know, results today, right now, oh, we're going to lose. We're going to lose, and we're going to lose energy. We're going to lose momentum. And the Spirit is saying you don't even have to, I mean, you don't have to fight for this. It's already yours. But you do have to fight for your dreams sometime, right? You got to fight your own self, not to think less of yourself. Spirit has not forgotten you. What else? Follow your heart. Oh, this is weird. I thought this card came out already. Okay. Whoa. Compassion. Follow your heart. This is the doorway to heaven, and this is the doorway to knowledge about who and what is coming here and why. I also see that Spirit wants you to find something. There's something about you finding one or two things before the real initiation happens. Okay? So be on the lookout. And what did Spirit say? Rest into the soil of your heart. Oh my goodness, the soil. See, compassion and follow your heart. That's how you're resting. Receive a small, certain gift. Ground and let abundance arrive in soft increments. Those two things. And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. All right. The Magician. I'm not surprised. It's funny because I was saying, I am surprised, but I'm not surprised. That's how you're going to feel. That's exactly how you're going to feel because you've summoned this and someone summoned you. Look at that. You're going to be surprised, but you won't be surprised. You're like, whoa, well, I was thinking about that or them and they showed up. Boom, right then and there. But it's only when you're not expecting it. When you're just in tuned with what's in front of you right now in this moment. That's where all of your strength is. So we've got a lot of power here. Focus on what you can do, not what you can't or you haven't achieved yet. It's not about human timeline. You're on divine's time. So it doesn't match up with the ego and the human mind and the earthly minds. It's ego, or excuse me, not ego. It's divine time. And it's any time, actually, because we have the wheel of fortune at any time. In fact, it's already been happening here. You've already witnessed things falling away. See, you are seeing the situation accurately. You know, Spirit is guiding and pointing you out of some type of drama or chaos or trying to help you. How do I say this? It's like going in front of you. You know, I don't know why I'm getting this thing about racing, race cars. Like they got the pace car in front, right? And you're just learning the pace now, but also on the lookout for things that could be, you know, problematic on the track. So Spirit is pointing out things that could be problematic on your track, right? So that you don't get sidetracked again, because I feel like you felt like you got sidetracked. What else? Crystals. Yeah, crystals are calling you. Look at that. Right on that third eye. You know what crystals you may be finding, working with, or just looking at, observing, seeing. Just looking at them, even if it's in a photograph or on a video, has significant powers. But you are naturally drawn to crystals, and look at that, the elementals. I mean, this is just too perfect. You know what? The crystals find you. They find you. Nature spirits find you. They're in love with your energy. You are there. They see you as family. You know, oh my goodness, this is just so cute. You have to be at a certain frequency in order to align with these energies and to see it. But you do see things that others may not see because the timing is just right. The soul is right. Let's continue. Nope, that's actually it, Spirit says. Okay, so Taurus, let's find out a couple of things before we end the reading. What fortune is arriving for Taurus without effort? Persistence, endurance, determination, the will to go, right? Because you're driven for a reason. Look at that third eye. You know, you're doing what you can to reclaim your mind, right? Because it is important. You are the director of your own destiny, your own life here. You know the way. You have this inner compass. You're dialed in already. Heaven just, look at that. You know, when you're driving around, just like, okay, yes, my God, it's just as easy as this. Taurus, when you go out driving, if you know, are a Taurus that can go out drive, but you know this anyways, you know, there's speed limits, there's signs, stop signs, red light, signals, right? That's just when you trust yourself to get in the car, knowing those signs will be there, that's exactly what Spirit is asking you. You know, the more you notice those signs, the more they become prevalent, the more you can't ignore it. So you'll know exactly when to speed up, when to slow down, when to make that turn, when to make that other turn, when to just come to a, complete stop and maybe rest so that you can keep continuing to go. Okay, now let's find out how Spirit is showing up for you, Taurus. How is Spirit showing up for Taurus currently? Whenever you choose peace, Spirit resides right there with you. This is why it's important to remain peaceful in your mind, your heart. You know, allow yourself to feel or vent out what you need so that you don't have to run away from it, right? Confront it. That way we can be at peace. You will have a peaceful resolution as well. And that's how Spirit is showing up for you. I hope that was helpful. Love and light. Take care.